Hello, welcome to Pastor Jerone TV. I'm your host, Pastor Jerone. Today is another great day to be walking with God and to be in the light of the Lord. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. AG Bill Barr was before the House of Representatives. Y'all know who run the House right now, right? Y'all know that Democrats are in charge. And Nancy Pelosi is the House Speaker. The House. Some Republicans did some dirty stuff so that the Democrats can control the House. President Donald Trump, after he got elected, was running around the country trying to get people to fill the House and to fill the Senate. He had a bunch of Republicans, representatives in the House of Representatives, to retire. They just retired out of the blue, which opened those seats up and gave them over to the Democrats. So now this is why Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats are in charge of the House. The Senate is in charge. The Republicans are in charge of the Senate, which Lindsey Graham is the Speaker. And I have a problem with Lindsey Graham because he's up and down. He's all over the place. He cannot be consistent. And here's the problem with Lindsey Graham. We've had 4 years go by, and the only person he's brought in to question most recently was Rod Rosenstein, Rod Ratface Rosenstein, who was the acting AG during the time that they brought up this mule-faced Mueller stuff and this Russia stuff against President Donald Trump. So that was nothing. He should have been bringing in Andrew McCabe, the FBI. He should have been bringing in James Comey, James Clapper, John Brennan. All of them guys should have been coming before the House. Before the Senate for questioning. When the Democrats want to question someone or they want to put on a show and show the world something, which they can't show the world any truth because they're nothing but liars and deceivers. Okay? They got the Attorney General today to come before the House and to be questioned. You see how easy it is for them? But we have Republicans who refuse to fight. It's almost like we have Paul Ryan still in there. But anyway, AG Barr, he had a good representation, but he couldn't be good enough because the Democrats had a plan. They had a plan. They all had 5 minutes each, and their plan was to make accusations, throw accusations at AG Barr, and not give him time enough to answer. So they filibustered for 5 minutes, threw all kinds of accusations at General Barr, and didn't give him time to answer. And the Republican representatives there didn't catch on until later on. If I was the Republican representative up next, knowing that he did not get a chance to answer the questions under the Democrat, you got to peep game and see what kind of game they're running. The game was they was running out the clock. They was running out the clock so that AG Barr couldn't have any input and answer any questions to rebut and knock down their false lies and their accusations. So all the Republicans had to do is say, hey, I yield my time to AG Barr to answer the question that they didn't give him time enough to answer. That's all you had to do. And AG Barr could not, he's very smart. He could knock those questions out in less than 2 minutes, and you still had time enough to ask your questions. Okay? But they were attacking him left and right. And I'm hoping, I hate that he had to go through that drilling today and get that grilling and get beat down like he did. But I'm hoping that this will anger him enough or stir him enough to make him get up and go out there and talk to Durham and say, hey, listen, we need to cut the head of this snake off. Okay? We need to cut the head of the snake off. These Democrats are enemies of the state. They are enemies of this country. And they don't want anything but power. They don't want any good for this country. They don't want any prosperity for this country. And they don't want any peace for this country. Therefore, they don't need any power. So hopefully this stirred him up, because nobody's going to like you. They don't like you if you're supporting President Donald Trump. Okay? And just like Jim Jordan said, the only reason they don't like you, Attorney General Barr, is because you use the word spying. When they were trying to call it everything else, when President Donald Trump said they were spying on me, They said, oh, it wasn't spying. We sent in human agents. That's spying. These people are something else. These people are something else. And it took President Donald Trump, or President Donald Trump, to become president for us to see that these people are anti-God, anti-America, anti-family, anti-childbearing, anti-everything that's good. And they pretended to be Christians for a long time. They pretended to say, I'm offering prayers, and I just love him. I pray. You remember Nancy Pelosi? I just pray for him. Okay? And then you try to impeach him. You see, it's crazy. It's crazy. But President Donald Trump has revealed him become president has pulled the wool off of them. Okay, we can see them now. And they do not deserve to be in any position of power. Okay, hopefully you all have registered to vote in your districts, in your cities, in your states, and that you're planning to vote for President Donald Trump. Okay, come on, folks. We're gonna fight in prayer, but we got to take actions actually in this physical world. God gave us these bodies so that we can participate in this physical world. All right. I have people all the time come on my channel saying, we're not a part of this world. We're not a part of. I said, well, are you eating food? How are you paying your bills? Or do you walk around naked? No, we are part of this world. We're in this world, but we're not of the world. Okay? We're in this world. And being in this world means having responsibilities. And voting is one of those responsibilities. Paying bills is a responsibility. Taking care of your offspring is being a taxpayer and a good citizen is one of those. So come on, miss me with that. Don't be so deep, because you're not in heaven yet. All right, because if we don't watch and pray, these very people are going to be voting in things that are anti-God and going against our Christian principles. Before you know it, we won't be able to say the name Jesus or go to church. Oh, that's already happening. See? Because the church has been taught not to pay attention to politics unless you're a Democrat. If you're a Democrat, you can pay attention to politics. You can get a buses load right after church and send them off to vote, and nobody says a thing. But if you're a Republican, you cannot mix church and policy and politics. You can't do that. The Democrats do it all the time. Well, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Hopefully, we get this stuff going with Durham, and we can get some people to go to jail. Listen, it has nothing to do with the election. It has nothing to do with election interference. Durham tried to bring that up. Listen, Durham is running out the clock. I don't like what I'm feeling about this guy, because there's enough information out there to convict people, and he still hasn't done anything. So we got to move forward. We got to move forward. They can't be talking about this is election interference. It's not election interference. It's justice. And justice, nothing should come in front of that. Nothing should come before justice. All right? Let me know what y'all think. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. I'll see y'all on the next video.